I just think there's a certain amount of respect and reverence you have to give when you're playing a character who is a person that really exists, particularly someone in modern history who's still alive and in my case is still sitting in federal prison. Not to presume that you are that you know everything, that you know every angle of the story, that the film that we're telling is a particular point of view. It's amazing when you go to South Boston and you say, all right, we're declaring that we're going to tell the story of what happened with Jim Bolger and all the various kind of players in that story, that everybody has everybody has a story, everybody has a point of view. And to say that we're telling the true story is a little naive and a little presumptuous. So I think as much as we need to have a certain reverence and respect for those true players and our take on those true players, at the same time, you know, the fear of the repercussions of getting it wrong or painting a character in the wrong light, you somewhat need to separate yourself and say, as much as this is a true story, this is our fictional version of a true story, and that helps alleviate all the pressure, I think. Johnny and I were talking about all the animals that will kill you in Australia, worse than any of the underworld figures, and much smaller. Look, you know, gangster movies. I got to just talk about gangster movies for a second because it's a great way of sort of standing on a little stool and looking through a window at bad people doing bad things in a way that's really safe to watch, and that's why I suspect I like watching gangster movies. Australia has a real love of criminals, maybe because the modern version of Australia anyway, after we were colonised, after the British came and took Australia over and presumed to be a new country, just dumped a whole lot of petty criminals from the UK. The really good criminals were killed. I mean, the proper criminals were killed. Anybody who like stole a sheep or a silver fork was sent to Australia. So they weren't even really that good a criminal. But I think we have an affinity for criminals because of that. I think the world in general likes to watch people do bad things in the cinema. And I'm just really privileged to be a part of another gangster movie. Animal Kingdom was one, but this is a very special outing for me and for us, I think.